You know, being a parent of two girls, I wanted to make a game they could play. And I'm happy for my 10-year-old daughter to play this game.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Family Gamer TV. I'm with Gary Carr, the creative director at Lionhead Studios. So I imagine you've been involved in quite a few different Fable games over the years.
I have.
How does Fable The Journey differ from the older Fable games that we know and love?
So, the other Fables have been RPGs,
yeah.
Third-person perspective.
Yeah.
This is in the first-person viewpoint, and also it's a Kinect game. And what we've done differently this time is, rather than it be an RPG, we've gone for an action-adventure slant. We've put you in the world of Albion for the first time.
Yeah.
So, and we just thought that worked, because Kinect is all about physicality and movement. And we thought, wow, what if you were the hero in this game, and you physically touch things in the world, manipulate things in the world? Yeah. It just felt an obvious thing to do.
Yeah. So a big difference in this game is that you're using the Kinect controller. And what I really like, what I've seen of so far, is that you have a whole range of gestures. And it seems like the things you're doing with Kinect are quite ambitious, whereas some games just have very simple, like jumping or waving your arms. Well, the motions here are quite intricate.
That's right. And first of all, we designed technology to allow you to sit down in a Kinect game, but pretty much for the first time.
Okay.
And that meant we could keep it a long play experience.
Yeah.
Kinect are great at doing party games for sure.
Yeah.
But it didn't suit our franchise, so we had to solve that problem. So we spent 2 years writing technology which allowed you to sit on your couch and play the game. The gestures that you mentioned, you know, we had to make it that you didn't want your controller back. So we thought, you know, you can't really do cool things with Magic with the controller, it's just slightly removed.
Yeah.
So we've devised a lot of gestures which allow you to weave Magic and play with the Magic system, so you can, it just feels right.
Yeah.
Now this is what we call the Corruptor Chase, and you're being chased by one of the major adversary in the game, the Corruption, and this is one of its lieutenants, the Devourer, and it's like a goo that can poison you and the horse. So the gameplay here is to avoid this red glue. So the game has different routes through. You can go to a road where there's a left and a right. You can go left or right. So it has a network of, it's a map, it's a fully mapped game.
Yeah. And so when you play through it once, would you see everything, or would you multiple playthroughs to see it all?
There are optional quests. You can stop off at certain points and do side quests, or you can drive on and leave them. So there are, for different people, if you want to grind the game, you can certainly stop at different places and do different things. Some people may not be interested in the side quests and just carry on.
Yeah. So these gestures, I mean, does that actually affect how the game feels to play? I mean, you've obviously put a lot of effort into that. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we spent a lot of time with our gesture system. We devised a project called Milo and Kate, and that helps us work out what Kinect does well and what it doesn't do well. And we spent a long time making it feel right. So when you ride the horse, when you pick up the reins, it feels like you're pulling on reins. When you get a fireball in your hand and you throw it into the world and you move it around, it just feels natural to do that.
And when you're doing that, do you have a core gamer in mind, or do you think this fits into that sort of template?
Well, the thing is, with templates and trying to define who your audience is, I never used to do that. I used to make games and find, you know, the audience will find the experience. So I hate to try and say I'm going to make a game for the core, because I just think you've got to make a game that appeals to you. And I play core games, I play casual games. I enjoy this, so if that makes it a core game, then it's a core game.
And you're saying you've got kids yourself?
Yeah.
And so are they? Were you saying they did play Fable, or they didn't play Fable? The controller games.
So, you know, being a parent of two girls, I wanted to make a game they could play.
Okay.
So we made a decision to remove a lot of the cruder language and some of the sexual references that were in the previous Fables.
Okay.
And we're just really having a more kind of fantasy violence in this. We don't kill humans, we only kill fantasy creatures. So
skeletons and...
Exactly,
yeah.
skeletons and trolls.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for my 10-year-old daughter to play this game.
Yeah. It's scary. You're saying your 10-year-old will play
Yeah,
it.
well, my 10-year-old watches Doctor Who.
I'm scared of Doctor Who. But, you know, each person, each family is different sort of...
Yeah,
I
suppose so. But, you know, I think they see it very much as just playing with these monsters. I think if it was... if there was any blood or if there was any human harm done, I would have a different view.
Yeah. Were there any elements that you had to take out or adjust to get that PEGI rating?
Yes, there was a couple of things.
PEGI 12?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the one of the things that got rejected was if we hurt the horse.
All right.
They were fine with the fantasy violence, but if the horse was injured, in a way that you saw blood on the horse, that was deemed over the top.
Yeah.
So we pulled back on that. By definition, a 12-year-old should be the youngest that you play this game. But
that's your starting point, isn't it? And then if you know your child...
Well, I think of parental guidance. I mean, I know what's in the game.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's a game if families want younger kids to play. I would obviously advise that they sit with them to make sure they're happy with the content.
Yeah.
I think with kids in games anyway, I think it makes sense to monitor what they're playing and watching. So, in a sense, if something you feel is too strong, maybe the scene you're seeing here is too strong, then you turn it off.
That's quite interesting, isn't it? Because as a parent, we'll read the number in the box. And I think that's a good point to say, actually, we know our children better than a rating system, and making an intelligent decision about what they're comfortable with.
So, I mean, I'm happy for my daughter to read Harry Potter novels and watch Harry Potter movies, and I don't think this is any stronger in content than watching a Harry Potter movie.
Yeah. And do you think it'd be a good game for someone to start on, and then maybe graduate onto the bigger Fable games?
I don't know. Maybe. I think so. I don't see it as an entry-level Fable by any means, though.
Right.
I think kids, young adults, and adults will enjoy this game.
Yeah. Well, great. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to giving it a go.
Good.